Well, over the years, the Rotary Club has been involved in a number of projects internationally, nationally, and mostly locally. I think our service organization likes to devote most of its resources back to the community. We've been involved in international projects trying to stamp out Polio Plus project, for instance, and I should imagine the year 2001 there'll be, unfortunately, something else that Rotary will be involved in trying to end diseases internationally. I think that also internationally, we've helped build homes in Brazil. We've sent money to earthquake victims, helped out earthquake victims in Venezuela, in India, for instance. Nationally, we've started something this year which we'll be following up further on, which is called the Wilmington Project. There are 13 Wilmington Rotary clubs in the United States, and we're all going to get together and fund a Wilmington project. So that's going to be interesting. That'll be the year 2002. Of course, I'm standing here at Rotary Park. It's June 4th, 2001, and we're really excited about our time capsule. But as far as local projects, I'm the athletic director, for instance. One of my goals this year is to have Rotary Club sponsor a fitness center at the high school, and we just donated $5,500. 23 years ago, they donated $5,500 for a universal machine, and I'm sure that people are saying, what's that right now? But it's a resistance machine for physical fitness, and so we're excited about that. We sponsor Little Leagues.
Wilmington, Massachusetts, a member of Rotary International. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Beret, who's a Wilmington boy, pitches for Chicago Cubs. I'm going to put that in the time capsule so that for your 2051 auction, you can auction off a legitimate Jason Beret Chicago Cub baseball. And I think as far as projects, they're always ongoing. And to the president, 2051, and the Wilmington Rotary Club in 2051, good luck, and I hope you can match our endeavors. The Rotary Club in Wilmington started in about 1940, early 40s, 41, 42, by the Kane brothers, and about 4 or 5 gentlemen in town, and they did it based on the International Club, which is a 4-way test in helping people. Since then, we've grown to approximately 50 members. I would hope that in the year 2051, you have a minimum of 50 people, maybe even 100. Hopefully you'd give away maybe $50,000 or $100,000 a year, so you're really going to get out and hustle for that auction gang, and it takes an awful lot of work, as the president will find out. Well, the time capsule was one of my goals. Maybe if we could kind of focus in, you can see the top of the capsule itself. I don't know if we have that, but it says Wilmington Rotary Club, June 27, 2001, to be opened in June 2051. Each year at the end of June, first week in July, Wilmington is involved in the annual 4th of July ceremonies and festivities, and we usually open up with the dinner that evening, and it's an awful lot of fun. So we thought at my last meeting that we would bury a time capsule, and in this time capsule I expect to have a lot of letters from department heads, from school principals, even from children, talking about the year 2001 and wishing everyone luck in 2051 to their counterparts. I think I have this for a goal because Wilmington has traditionally been a value in a traditional community, and I'd be very interested to all of the people in 2051 what their thoughts are, and they can sit down and distribute the letters and have a little ceremony. The Wilmington Rotary Club can have a ceremony, distribute the artifacts and the letters in here. And I think they'll have an awful lot of fun with it and see that Wilmington is a community-based town, family-orientated with a lot of values and a lot of support. town. That's why we're having the time capsule. I think maybe they could take some old ideas and keep them going, or if they've faded away over the years, they'll be able to initiate them all over again and just have some fun with it. Maybe have an annual 50-year time capsule Rotary Club, and I think it could be quite a tradition. And I hope that my grandson, Michael, who was born a few months ago, Michael Santini, and he lives right now on 28 Kenwood Ave. I hope Kenwood Ave is still around then. But I hope that he will be at these ceremonies in 2051 because his grandpa is going to have a letter in here for him. So I think that'll be kind of cute. Of course, he'll be 51 years old, and that's kind of hard to fathom at this point. You know, I just would like to wish all the Rotarians and the people in Wilmington and all of the families, wish them well, and I hope the next 50 years is a lot of fun and people experience a lot of health and a lot of prosperity. And good luck.
I'm Michael Kyra, Wilmington's town manager, actually Wilmington's 9th town manager since 1951. I was appointed to the position of town manager in June of 1990, and here it is 11 years later, and I'm fortunate enough and privileged enough to still be here as town manager. I moved here to Wilmington in 1958 with my family, and most of my family is still settled right here in the town. I'm fortunate enough that my parents are both living, and some of my siblings are here in town. And my wife Jane and I have been married and living here in Wilmington since 1973. And our 4 children are all here. As a matter of fact, our married daughter and her husband have also bought a home in Wilmington, and we're all pretty proud of this place. Over the past 10 or 11 years, the town has seen significant growth. As a matter of fact, the most recent statistics show that we're one of the fastest growing communities in the northeastern part of Massachusetts. We now have almost 22,000 people who live in the town. Back in 1990, we were around 18,000. So that indicates the kind of growth that Wilmington has gone through. At the same time, when I came on in 1990, the town, like many places in Massachusetts, were experiencing some financial hardships. We've been able to put that behind us, and I think we're moving in the right direction. As most residents of Wilmington know, just this past September, its children, and we've demonstrated that just over the last few years. Community that is moving forward, certainly in a progressive way.
Good job, boys. I should like the torch now.
Around July 4th. I guess if I were giving advice to the town manager in Wilmington in the year 2051, well, first of all, I must tell you I'd like to be able to give that advice in person. The likelihood of that is probably somewhat limited, since I'll be on the other side of 100 in 2051. But in the event I'm not here to provide some advice, I would say that you have to recognize that the town always comes first. That's the kind of advice that I've always received from my own father. In any activity that I've undertaken. It was in a similar vein. He would say, you have to do what's right. You have to put, in this case, put the town first. And I think that's what we've always tried to do. I'd also tell the town manager not to be afraid of making a tough decision, to be willing to exert leadership. I think when the town forefathers in the town of Wilmington established our charter back in 1950, there was a reason that they emphasized the town manager form of government in such a way that gave the town manager some sweeping authority. And so I think it's very important that you use that authority in a very constructive way, and that you show the town that there is...
9B. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Principal, Mr. Edward Woods. Assistant Principal, Peter Lucia.
Mr. Brad Jackson, Director of Administration and Finance, and Mr. Michael Kyra.
He or she is not like you. A different skin.
branch out, not to find himself pigeonholed behind the desk, but to get out, talk to the folks. Recipients.
Thank you.
The next scholarship in the amount of $500. Our very best in providing them a first-class education.
Hi, I'm Nathan Clarkin. Hello, my name is Nicholas Farnsworth. I'm James Freckled. This is what we think Wilmington will be like in 50 years. We think the schools will be bigger, high-tech, and have a better teaching methods. Self-driving cars, buses, and trucks will also be around. A monorail system might go through the entire town. There will be less trees because of all the buildings. There will be self-cooking systems, and there will be a better and bigger WCTV. I think the living in Wilmington will be more peaceful and easier living, and there will be more recreational events. That's what we think Wilmington will be like in 50 years.
My name is Shannon Metcalf. And I'm Ashley Lincoln. We think Wilmington will have hover cars, hover scooters, and hover houses. There will be hover shoes. Almost everything will hover over the ground, about 4 to 5 inches. There will be robots that will be your own personal teacher, and sometimes does some of your homework for you. It does practically everything you tell it to do. If you drop something, some sort of food or drink on the rug, it will absorb it. Some of the houses can talk. Prepare your food, drinks, and snacks. Pens would never run out of ink, and ink wouldn't stain clothing. And that's what we think Wilmington will be like in 50 years.
Hi, my name is Scott Dackle.
And my name is Tyler Cowboy.
In 50 years, we think the appearance of the town will look pretty much the same, but some buildings will be knocked down.
In 50 years, we think the way of life would be about the same, but they'll have a little more advanced technology, and it will be easier and better.
Hi, my name is Brittany Winchell.
My name's Nicole Santangelo.
My name's Libby Boland. This is what we think Wilmington will be in 50 years. There will be solar hover cars. A pop-out laptop on desks will save more trees. Escalators in schools. Half of the buildings and houses will stay the same, and some will change. Type-in combination for lockers. Post offices is a tube that brings mail to your home.
We also think you can travel to other planets whenever you want, and you can also live there. And there will be robotic policemen. You can smell on TV and monorails. The West will be replaced with an amusement park, and everyone has a personal robotic maid. That's what we think life will be like in Wilmington in 50 years.
Hello, my name's Max Perkins.
My name's Ryan Sullivan.
This is what we think Wilmington will be like 50 years from now. The transportation will be hovercrafts, monorails, like jet-powered bikes, and skateboards and flying shoes. There would be no more schools, and everyone will be home tutored. And to get your food, you just have to press a button and it will appear. And if you want to just have a light meal, you'll have one candy drop and you'll have a taste of a full meal.
The town motto is everyone has fun and the life quality is great, more peaceful. That's what we think life will be in 50 years.
Hi, I'm Corinne Ghaffari.
Hi, I'm Andrea Mitchell.
Hi, I'm Jackie Sugar.
In 15 years, we think Wilmington will have electronic schools. For the desks, you would just have to punch a code, and then the desk would just open. And for the lockers, you would have your own fingerprint on it, and it would only read your fingerprint. So if someone else touched it, then it wouldn't open.
There would be no streets. The streets would be treadmill-like streets. Because of that, there would be no cars. You just walk on it, and it would take you where you would want to go.
And there would be talking computers. You would just turn on the computer, and you would just say something to it, and it would answer you back, and it would bring you to wherever you wanted to go on the computer. That's what we think Wilmington will be like in 50 years.
Hi, I'm John McGowan.
And I'm Chris Murphy.
I'm Mark Rasha.
This is what we think Wilmington will be like in 50 years. There will be flying cars powered by hydrogen, phones that have monitors so you can see who you're talking to. People's average age will be over 100 years. Wilmington will be a city, and there will be shoes with jetpack powers.
We will also have replicators to create food and other things that we need. Walt Disney will be brought back to life. School buses will have seatbelts, more carnies and fun rides. Ninja Turtles will become popular. There will be black presidents and women presidents. There will be purple orange juice.
There will also be whoopee cushions that explode. There will be carnivals in the schoolyards. There will be more toy stores. Wilmington will triple its size. Fenway Park will be transferred to Wilmington, and Wilmington will be the capital of the United States. This is what we think Wilmington will be like in 50 years.
Hi, my name is Jessica Stera.
My name is Lindsey Clark.
My name is Ashley Kilos.
And this is what we think Wilmington will be like in 50 years. We think there'll be carnival rides so that we can get to school and other places we want to go. There will be faster transportation and buildings will float on the water. In 50 years, we also think it would be a fun place to live in. There will be computer pencils. You just type in what you want to write and it'll write it for you. A TV rewinder so you can rewind the show that you were watching. Buses will come in boxes, and you could ride in a hover car like on the Jetsons.